Hi, I'm Colin, and this is Sci-Fi Deep Dive. So with the first episode of Clone Wars Season 7 out for everyone to watch, I think it's time to talk about one piece of the Clone Wars that we see in that first episode. And that is the Battle of Anaxes. Just a heads up, this video will include some spoilers for the first episode of Clone Wars Season 7, so if you haven't watched it yet and you're trying to avoid spoilers, maybe not this video. The Battle of Anaxes, also known as the Anaxes Campaign, is a very important theater in the late Clone Wars. Anaxes was actually a particularly important world throughout the duration of the war for the Republic. It was the home of major military academies and the site of massive Republic shipyards where the Republic could churn out countless warships. It was also sort of seen as a naval center for the Republic, sort of like Norfolk, Virginia for the United States. So, obviously, for the Separatists, it was a major target. Hitting this would be a massive blow to the Republic Navy. So, as the war entered its later stages, the Confederacy started striking deeper and deeper into the core. This leads to battles like the Battle of Coruscant that we see at the start of Revenge of the Sith. This also leads to other battles hitting core systems, and another major battle in the core systems was the Battle of Anaxes. Now, we don't know a ton about the Battle of Anaxes as of yet. We know a massive Separatist force had arrived, led by Admiral Trench, who the Republic believed to be dead. He led his forces on a campaign which presumably quickly destroyed the Republic shipyards and then proceeded to attack ground installations on the planet. The Republic, though, was not unprepared, and they had a comparable force guarding the planet. It became a long, drawn-out slugfest between a defending Republic force and the attacking Separatist force. It appears that most of the fighting was on the surface, with a few skirmishes in orbit when Republic forces would try to break through the Separatist forces that had surrounded the planet. We know that the battle had initially tilted in the Separatists' favor due to algorithms and some intelligence that they had gathered that really allowed them to accurately predict the Republic's strategies. But as we see in the first episode of Clone Wars Season 7, this intelligence is compromised by a Republic strike team. Now, we can tell a couple things from what we see in that episode about the battle in general. First things first, what we know about Anaxes is that it is a small, rocky world covered in alien fauna, which we see quite a bit of in the episode. We know the Republic force defending it was very large, which makes sense. We know it was kind of a high-value target. And we know, likewise, the Separatist force attacking it was very large. Once again, high-value target. Now, after the end of that episode, what happens in canon gets a little fuzzy, but we do know that the battle ended in a Republic victory, and it ended before the end of the war. The implication there is that Republic forces were able to drive off the Separatist attackers. We do know, however, that something happened to Anaxes, likely after the end of the battle, and maybe even after the end of the war, that left the planet in pieces. We see Anaxes in the Clone Wars as an asteroid field. The Republic base that we see at the start of the episode of Clone Wars, sort of drifting in space. So we know something, either directly related to the battle or happening after the battle, decimated the planet and left it not just in a state of ruin, but left it kind of looking like Alderaan. But as of yet, as of the recording of this video, we don't know what that force was. We don't know what destroyed Anaxes. Hopefully that's something we'll find out either in the rest of the season of Clone Wars or through some other means. So if you enjoyed what you saw here today or just want more sci-fi discussions, head down below at the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. Also, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Tell me what you thought of the Battle of Anaxes. Is it kind of a good major battle to have at the end of the war, or do you think that we have enough major battles at the end of the war? Because there's quite a few. So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.